कृपाकरा गिरिजय कुमार कृपाकरा सिंधूरवदना कोडुवर सिंधू प्रदक्षिणपुराधीशं वीरसिंहासनाधिपं प्रदक्षिणपुराधीशं वीरसिंहासनाधिपं श्रीवीरशैवविभवं शिवरात्रं भजे शिवरात्रीश्वरं भजे सद्भक्ता जनसन्दोहा कष्टसञ्चयनाशकं कामकालभयातीतं.
Offer my humble pranams to all the pontiffs of 𝘕𝘢𝘠𝘬𝘯𝘕 and seeking their Pratima Ma'am, a distinguished academician, dynamic administrator and an inspiring leader in the field of commerce and management education, shaping generations of learners with excellence. 𝘕𝘢𝘷𝘦𝘯𝘬𝘭𝘰𝘱𝘮𝘦𝘯𝘍𝑒 Sir, Director of the State Bank Institute of Learning and Development, Mysuru, Institute of Rural Development, Hyderabad. One of the epic, a distinguished professor in the Department of Commerce, Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore, with over 34 years of teaching and 28 years of research experience in information systems. Head of the department, Director for Patents and Copyright, Planning Board member and Senate member, contributing significantly to academic visits to Malaysia, Sri Lanka, UAE, Thailand, Singapore and Vietnam, and has organized OFDPs for the benefit of the academic community. I welcome you, ma'am. I take a great honor to welcome Shri Chief Manager, State Bank Institute of Learning and Development from Mysore. I welcome to leadership and constant support continue to strengthen our academic initiatives. We are honored by. I welcome you, sir. I welcome you, sir, whose enthusiasm
together to light the lamp.
D.S. Pratima, Dr. D.S. Pratima ma'am, Joint Director, Department of Collegiate Education, respected M. Sumati madam, transport wide, that a recent development in banking challenges innovation and policy responses. Just about the accepting deposit and granting loan, it is now a rapidly evolving ecosystem, a fusion of technology, regulation, data and human trust. Back since I started banking in 1989, I had never imagined such a development. So you might be noticing what the thing in the bank. So we shall see how it is going to change in the country. It is changing the economy of the country, and there are so many things happening in the banking, so that never we have imagined also. So banking has that we are calling bank 0.0, 1.0, banking 2.0, banking 3.0, banking 4.0 and banking 5.0. So that is in different stages we have, it has been categorized. So when we are talking about the banking 1.0, that means that was complete manual, and that time very few people were going to the bank. That was before 1960. After independence also, that was called banking 1.0 period. Then after some development, it came the stage of banking 2.0. That means some small technology started. So that time international transaction started through SWIFT transaction. Some ATM was also started in 1960 to 80, around 80. Okay, now then banking 3.0 was there. So that time from 1980 to 2000, so internet banking has started. But that time it was not all everywhere online. So that was working in the standalone form. So sometimes data integration was happening. So after that banking 4.0 came. So after that, that was the period of the real banking where real-time transaction started. So that we are now telling CBS, core banking system. So that started after 2022, and that is the regular development has gone. And suddenly after COVID period, yeah, you can tell after 1920. So that new phase has started in the banking. That is banking 5.0. That is banking 5.0 is the completely transformation toward the artificial intelligence, AI-enabled services, and all different type of new things are coming in the banking. So that is going to change the banking. That we shall discuss how we are going to see the banking in the coming days and what are the problem will come. Okay, now disruption is coming. Okay, so technological disruption means this time Nobel Prize has been given to Joel Mocker, Phillips Edham, and Howitt for the economics. So they are also talking about the destructive creation. So what is happening? So when new technology are coming, so many of previous technology are going. So they are doing the destruction, but new things are coming. So that new thing is not coming in one day. So that is happening in the banking also. So many things are coming, and old technology are going outdated. Okay, that is the change is going. That the existing system that is there. So we have to adapt ourselves in such a way that we can accept the change, because change is not happening in one day. It is taking 4 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Now change is much faster, but still we have to adopt for the changes accordingly. Okay. So technological disruption is the one of the important thing in the banking. Then very important thing, the financial inclusion. When we are talking about the development and when we are talking about the next generation banking, so then we have to think whether we are going for all the people of the country, or we are talking about the people who are very much educated, who are in the technical sector, who are a professor, who are engineer, about whom we are thinking. When we are talking about the next generation banking, we have to think about all the people. So that is the concept of the financial inclusion. So financial inclusion, government has started long back about the financial inclusion, but that was not effective. Why it was not effective? Because access to bank was limited to only some of the people. In 1967, a Gadgil committee was set up. So Gadgil committee told that the credit is going in the rural area or for agriculture area, only 1% of the whole credit that is going in the country. So only 1% is going for the rural sector. So that is the very big concern for the government. So you know that after 1969, so many banks were taken by the government. So Indira Gandhi to take care of these things so that government can interfere or bank can control the lending to the poor people. So after that also so many efforts were happening, but again it was not, to some extent it was not successful. After that there was a concept of the priority sector lending. So priority sector lending, again one very good concept, in that all the banks have to give the credit not only for the home loan or for SME, but they have to give loan to the rural sector. They have to give loan for the agriculture. They have to give the small industry. So there were different phases came in the priority. So now bank has to give 40% for the agriculture sector. Okay, priority sector lending. 18% is for the agriculture. So this concept of priority sector forced bank to take care of all the people. Still there was a gap. So again in 1980, again nationalization of some of the bank was done. And after 1980, the concept of the SSG lending came. Any transaction and mobile UPI transaction is going to change the whole world in the coming days. Okay. Regulation controlled by the government, that is very important. What is happening in the banking? Government is continuously doing something. 1.0 has come in 2019. It means enhance assets and service excellence. So it was focusing upon different parameters. Initial is 8.0, that is focusing on the innovation, social economic aspect, excellence, risk and resilience. Because risk is increasing, so we have to focus on the risk, and it is talking about the innovation. What is the meaning of the innovation? So that is artificial intelligence. That is the thing that has been included now. So whatever the change is coming in the banking sector, that is due to government policy also. Government is directly involved. Earlier government was not that much involved. So that is the changing the banking that has come. 4 is talking about the excitement. When we are going to purchase something, so all the online provider or stores are giving some excellent service. They are going for the excitement. They are going by the emotions. Then they are going for the exclusivity. Suppose you are going in some mall. So like bank is also giving that type of service like a mall. So you are finding that there are some exclusive services being given. Feeling that is important. You are sharing the going to the bank, so regularly you are getting the mail. So you are in the phase of the delightment, that should be there. Okay, na? And delivery should be properly given. These are the some of the things that is changing in the bank. So now they are shifting to the neo bank. Those service, lower cost, greater stability, and they are completely digital. So there are also 3 types of things are right now in the market. Doing some that is able to give all type of service in the app only. So that is a type of bank. So that is Neo Yono 2.0 is the Neo bank. So they are also giving same type of services. They are Pay X. So Razor Pay is a app. Razor Pay X is the banking service provider. You can open a lot of disruption is happening. So globally in the banking there are some Revolut. One institution is there, then Menjo app is there, then N26. What they are doing? So they are providing the card to you that can be work that can work in whole world. So you are taking the card of the Revolut. You are going. You do not have to move anywhere. Okay. So Revolut, that is the Indian initiative. That is the NPCI. That we are very proud of it. That UPI is going to change the banking habit in the whole globe. Initially it is successful in India. Right now France has adopted it. Singapore has taken the technology from us. Then neighboring countries like Nepal, Sri Lanka, all are taking the UPI technology from us. So you cannot imagine how much transaction is happening. You can Google and you can find. The banks have launched for their chatbot. So chatbot is giving the services to millions of the people. So for example, State Bank has launched its chatbot SIA, State Bank Intelligent Assistant. Okay. So there, if you are going to the portal, you are asking some questions, the chat answer. So similarly, other bank also, Bank of Baroda, they have Adi chatbot. SDFC has EVA chatbot. So all the banks have iPal chatbot. So all the banks have the chatbots. So they are giving because these artificial intelligence are learning from the question that we are asking, and they are updating themselves. So they are giving the more and more refined answer to you in the coming days. All the data that you are doing through the UPI, or again one thing is very important, that is blockchain technology. So blockchain technology you must have heard. So about cryptocurrency, okay, na? Cryptocurrency works on the blockchain technology. So that can be used in the banking for all the transaction also. What is the blockchain actually? That you might have seen the digital currency. Crypto is the government income tax department had told important regarding the ESG concept has come in the banking. That has been implemented by the RBI. has to give the clarification regarding the ESG, environmental, social impact, and government policy. Challenges is that so every day fraudsters are trying to do the fraud in the banks. So in last year 13th view that no one can give you a single penny of money free of cost. Those things through that banking frauds are happening. That financial institution has to use the data very properly. Misusing the KYC detail by the bank. The financing. So in financing, what government is the loan? Correct or borrow grow only by the. So earlier the people will give for some food processing unit or some unit in which some big industry can be set up for the farmers. If very high risk, so in that case rate of interest is set after calculating the NPA percentage. Facing the problem, but not is getting the always the benefit. So earlier big institutions were taking the big loans. So a small players like a startup after finishing.
Sir, for providing deep insights on modern banking schemes and policies. Request our beloved principal Dr. Rachana sir to felicitate the work. Dr. Deliver the keynote address.
One and all assembled here. And developments in banking, challenges, innovation and policy response. So this is a wonderful topic in which, so what is the need of the hour? See, we are growing with technology, right? And similarly, we are also having the fear of the cyber security issues also. That is true, right? So how we are overcoming? One side AI is threatening us, right? And AI is in all the retail also. So we can going on, keeping on talking, right? So we have luckily here one practical banker. It's very difficult to approach a manager or a AGM of State Bank of India to get clarity. Research on rural development, role of banks in rural development in my own district, right? At exclusively the GDP at current $1 trillion. So we touched $7.2 also. Why? Because we are talking is when India will become the superpopulated, outsourcing to India. So the number of global in-house captive centers that opened in India over the last 2 years was almost doubled that of the prior 4 years. So this was the story over the COVID-19 program we have to do. So the number of people employed in India for jobs outside the country is likely to at least double to over 11 MN, and in the case definitely there is a chance of win-win situation. Apart from that, India, factory of the world, India is present surpass $10 trillion, 1% by 2031. India's global export market share will double to 4.5, and India's service exports also there. India's per capita income, the number of households earning in excess of $35,000 per year is likely to rise 5-fold. See if any opportunities to do the research in the banking developmental activities also, and you can write the article on the Indian banking industry. Definitely there is no doubt about that is a fast growing financial service industry which is poised to emerge as the world's third largest banking industry by next 6 to 8 years. Next to China and US in terms of banking assets, now 14th in the world. Our India is for PTP peer platforms, and the lenders or the investors will move off. And now we are talking about the artificial intelligence and robotic banking also. So which is impressive robotic RPA, that is robotic mutating fintech landscape, like so many that the payments disintermediation, which is nothing but shadow banking, investment banks and parts of technology is the way forward for banks. Several uncertainties about execution remain. Not only that, to be most effective, banks should redefine itself as agile technology companies, not only that in the financial services industry, nor the other way around. Apart from this, Thus, banks continue to cope up with the developments that have already made and impact their ability to transform themselves with the speed and agility, and in what way we have to highlight what type of achievements in learning, fraud detection and anti-money laundering compliance, etc. So chatbots and AI, generative AI and financial planning and advisory services, super apps and next gen digital banking services and AI regulation oversight, cloud computing, cloud commerce we are talking about, and the data fabric and process automation, voice collecting and return on investment condition, as well as with human oversight, data governance and quality is also very much important, and interest rates and quantitative easing, and central banks can change their benchmark interest rates to influence the cost of borrowing as well as lending. Central
Lord Principal Dr. Rachana sir to felicitate Dr. Sumati Venkatesan ma'am. To give presidential address.
The developments in banking sectors like digital banking in how it is growing fast, and use of artificial intelligence, development of fintech tie-ups as a challenge, UPI, digital payments, paperless banking. So they said we should aware of, you have to be safe and always be secure because of all this artificial intelligence as well as the cyber crime. So for conducting this program, and also participants, and a wonderful learning experience, and truly appreciate your efforts in making this event grand success.
Thank you, Principal Dr. to felicitate Dr. D.S. Pratima ma'am. Our beloved Principal Dr. Rachana. Of thanks.
I offer my humble pronouns to all the pontiffs of Suttumat and seeking their blessings for the successful completion of this program.